All right, good morning, everybody. We're going to start with our toe lifts. So today we're keeping it nice and simple. We've got 4 circuits, 3 exercises per circuit, lower body, upper body, and then cardio. Heels up, right, left, right, left. We're going to do 30 seconds work, 10 seconds rest, and then we're going to do 3 rounds. Good, 4, 3, 2, all right, right leg, swing it. We're going to take it front to back. So just staying nice and tall, working on a little bit of balance. So find something that's not moving to stare at. 4, 3, switch it to the other side, swing it front to back. If you need to keep it low and just do a heel toe tap, then you're golden. 4, 3, 2, let's switch it over to the other side. We're going to take it out, and then we're going to do a little cross in front. So out and cross. 4, 3, 2. Go ahead, switch it to the other side, out and cross. So we're just nice and tall. If you've had a recent hip replacement, stop about the midline of the body. 2. All right, hip circles. We're going to bring it up, open, circle it around. These are our hip cars. And then we're going to bring it back. Up, open, circle around, back, out, and in. We're going to do 2 more. So up, open, circle, back, out, around. Last one, up, open, circle, back, out. Switch it to the other side. So up, open, circle, take it back, out to the side. We're working on that hip. Up, open, around, back, out, and down. 2 more. Up, open. Good. 1 more. Up, out, circle, back around. Slow deadlifts. So hinge it forwards, stand up nice and tall. Shoulders down and back in your back pocket. We're going to think about bracing the core, push the hips back, and then we bow. Hinge. Let's go a little bit faster right here. Hinge and lift. Should feel like we're getting a stretch in the hamstrings and then standing up nice and tall. 2, let's take it forward, hold it in place, open and close your book. Think about opening your shoulder back behind you, reaching up towards the ceiling. Good. 4, 3, 2, bring it all the way up, slow squat, take it down, push to stand tall. So nice, good tripod feet, chest is lifted. Good, can we go a little bit faster right here, down and lift. Good. 4, 3, 2, all the way up to standing, arm circles, both arms up and back. Bring it back around to the front, up and back to the front. Good, we've got 2 more, up and around, back around. All right, forward step and reach, forward step, pull it back, squeeze the shoulders together. Good. 4, 3, 2, add a reach across the body, so forward step, reach it, corner to corner. Here's 2, side lunge, step it out, hold it in place. Just a nice good side to side. 4, 3, 2, all right, hold it down, slow cat-cow, exhale. Good. In and out. Inhale, exhale. 3 more. 3, 2. Last one, inhale. Exhale, hold your tuck, roll it all the way up to standing, walk it out to a plank. So we're gonna hinge it forwards, walk it out to a nice good plank. We're gonna hold our plank position for just a moment. 4, 3, down dog to plank right here. Take it up, back to plank. Drop it down, back to plank. So think tailbone up, ears between the elbows, and back. Lift. Good, in and out. So lift and lower. One more. Let's walk it all the way back up to standing. We're going to come back into the center, and we're going to do our heel stomps. So we're going to stomp and stomp. Good, 8, 7, 4, 3, march it out, shake it out, roll the shoulders up, back, and down into your back pocket. Grab a quick drink of water. So we have 30 seconds work, 10 seconds rest, 3 exercises, 3 rounds. Lower body can be body weight only, but I encourage you to grab dumbbells. First circuit, we have deadlifts, we have rows, and we have jumping jacks. So deadlifts, rows, and jacks. So first set, so we're gonna do a traditional deadlift, 30 seconds in 3, 2, and 1. So we hinge it forwards, and we stand up tall. So push the hips back, and then we stand. Shoulders down and back in your back pocket. So we're nice and tall. So it's really tempting to let the tummy round or to let the shoulder blades round as we go forwards. We want to think about keeping the chest open, shoulders down and back, ribs a little bit tucked. This is all legs. Good, 3, 2, and 1. Short rest. We're going to hinge it forward. We're going to go with traditional row, palms facing in, so shoulders down, ribs tucked. Here we go, hinge it forward. We're just gonna row and then release. So this one I've got palms in, thumbs forward, pinkies back, and I've got my elbows pretty close to my body. It's all about squeezing the shoulder blades together. Good, we've got 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dumbbells down. Traditional jumping jacks, low impact or high impact, depending how you're feeling today. 2 and 1. We're going to tap it, tap and tap. So palms facing forwards, open up with the shoulders, try to reach and clap those arms up overhead. If you want to take it up, full jumping jacks, absolutely have that as an option. 10 seconds, we're going back for deadlifts. We're going to do a sumo deadlift. Good, 3, 2, and 1. All right, bringing it in. Sumo deadlift. So that just means a wider stance, shoulders down and back. Here we go. So we're just going to hinge it forwards and then stand up tall. So it's a hinge and a lift. So the toes are wider, legs are wider. Toes can be forward or a little bit out towards the corners. But we're still pushing the hips back, bowing. Nice, good hinge. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna do a close grip row. So 1 dumbbell or 2. I'm going to take my 2 dumbbells, press them together, hinge it forward, and I'm still going to squeeze my shoulders and bring the dumbbells right to my belly button. So I'm going to squeeze, and your elbows are going to barely come in line. We don't have to separate our hands and pull out to the side. Pull to the center, still squeezing the shoulder blades together. It's kind of a different little row, but we're still squeezing. A little bit more biceps here, but still squeezing the shoulder blades. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it all the way up. Jumping jacks, clapping jacks this round if you're feeling up for it. 3, 2, and 1. So we're going to open and close. Tap it out to the side. And I don't know what we did yesterday, but I am feeling my chest. I didn't think we did a lot of chest yesterday. Well, maybe we did, but I am definitely feeling it. Just right in the pecs. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, alternating single leg deadlifts. Alternating single leg deadlifts. 2 and 1. So we're just going to hinge, and then we're going to stand, switch sides. Hinge, and then switch. So this is a good balance challenge, which we should be feeling pretty good. Did a lot of single leg and balance work yesterday as well. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, we're going to do a little bit of a rotational row. So palms facing in, we pull up and we rotate the palms to go forwards. Your time is on. So we're going to rotate at the top. So we pull up. When we get closer to the ribs, we're going to open at the shoulder, open at the elbow, rotate palms forwards. So this is a little bit of back with that rotation, opening the shoulders in addition to a little bit of rotation at the elbows. So I want you to rotate. Here's 2 and 1. Jumping jacks, last set. We're going to do little press ups with our arms. Here's 2 and 1. So push and push. Now you can alternate your arms. If overhead is not a thing for you today, you can do forward with the arms. Just a little bit of shoulders, because we really don't have shoulders today. Not in a traditional sense. So we'll get it in other ways. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in, shake it out. Walk around, grab a drink. Gonna move on, circuit number 2. We have lunges, we have bicep curls, and then we're going to shuffle. So lunges, we're gonna start with traditional reverse lunges. Traditional reverse lunges. In the curls, we're gonna do palms facing forwards. So 30 seconds in 3, 2, and 1. So we're nice and tall. We're just gonna step it back, drop the back knee towards the floor, and stand. For all of these variations, I always say give them a shot. So our next circuit, we're gonna do forward stepping lunges. You are welcome to do those with no dumbbells. So if you struggle a little bit with forward lunges, I still want you to try them, but just try them with no weights. Here's 2 and 1. Good. Standing nice and tall. Palms facing forwards, bicep curls. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So traditional curl, palms up. Just bring your nails towards your shoulders. Elbows stay pointing towards the floor. So when we try something a little different, feel free to lower the weight or to go no weight, just to see if your body's like, okay, I got this, I can figure it out. But when we change our hand position, sometimes it changes which muscles get used the most, and you may have to go up or down. Good. Rest in weights. All right, we're gonna shuffle. We're gonna do round 1, low impact. So we're gonna just start with a grapevine right here. So wide behind, wide together. So we're gonna just do side to side movements. If you wanna take it up for a shuffle, please do. So if you know you can do shuffles and you want to do shuffles, but I'm going to start with a low impact option. Good, 3, 2, and 1. All right, lunges. We're going forward for our lunges. Forward for your lunges. Here we go. So we're going to step forward, drop the back knee to the floor, and then come up tall. What tends to happen with forward lunges is we step and we push the front knee forwards. You want to step, stop, drop the back knee down to the floor. Sometimes this is one you can do like facing a wall, and you step forward, close to the wall, and then you do your lunge. So it lets you know if you're pushing that front knee forwards. Good, rest, bring it up. Hammer curl, palm facing in. Here's 2 and 1, good. So palms facing in, elbows stay pointing to the floor. And now we're gonna bring thumbs up towards the shoulders. This has kind of become my default row, or my default bicep curl. So we gotta mix it up every now and again. Of course, this is usually how I pick something up, is palms facing in. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're gonna take it up for a shuffle. So you can keep doing your grapevine, or you can do your double touch. Here we go. So we're going to shuffle. Nice, good shuffle. Good side to side. I have enough room to get like 3 or 4 shuffles, and that's about it. But if you have more space, take up that space. Go all the way down your living room or your hallway. Good, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. Lunges. We're actually going to do pendulum lunge. Right foot goes forward and back, and then left foot goes forward and back. So right leg forward, right leg back, and switch. Left leg forward, left leg back, and switch. So a little pendulum lunge. Or pass through, trying not to pause in the middle. So forward, reverse. Last one, here's 2 and 1. All right, very lightweight reverse curls. Reverse curls, very lightweight here. Palms facing back, and we're going to lift. And we're gonna lower. Now the hard part here is a lot of people start to pop their elbows out to do these, or we start turning it into a hammer. Some of this is mobility and what you're able to do, but we don't wanna let those elbows pop out to the side, and we don't wanna start to turn this into an upright row. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, shuffle. We're gonna change it to a speed freak. Option to grab a dumbbell, but we're gonna try to squat down right here. So we're going to shuffle and squat. Shuffle, squat, shuffle, squat. You can also make it a bigger shuffle. So instead of doing 4 steps now, I'm doing 3. If you need to keep it to your grapevine, you're gonna wide behind, wide together, and squat. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. Shake it out. Walk around. Grab a quick drink of water. Moving on. Circuit number 3. All right, we are going to do squats. So we're going to do 3 different variations of squats. 3 different variations of triceps, and then we're going to do hamstring curls, and we're just going to do some different hand movements or some rhythm patterns just to make today interesting. So we're going to start with just a traditional squat, Feet hip width apart, hip to shoulder width apart, toes forward or just a little bit out to the corner. 30 seconds in 3, 2, and 1. So it's just a nice traditional squat. And if you want to, if you're able to, squat down, set something down, squat down, pick it back up. If you're not able to get all the way to the floor without bending over and dropping your head, then I want you to just go as deep as you can. Don't worry about setting it down on the floor. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, traditional tricep kickback, palms facing in. We're just gonna do our hinge forwards right here. So we're gonna hinge it up and we're just gonna kick it back and bring it in. If you can get a little bit more parallel to the floor, awesome. If you're a little more upright, we still have to have those elbows lifted. You just wanna make sure you're not coming all the way back up. Especially if you're more forward, this is a bicep curl. We wanna focus on back of the arm. Nice, good reach. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hamstring curls. Dumbbells down. We're gonna start with low arms and we're gonna press it back. 1 right here. So reach. I think about palms facing in, pinkies reaching back. We wanna try not to let the knees come up in the front. I really want you to kick yourself in the backside. Reach. So we're focusing on hips back. Like you're reaching, you want to grab your heel. Good, 3, 2, and 1. Back in the center, sumo squats. Sumo squats. So wide stance right here. So I'm gonna hold my dumbbells up at my chest. You can still hold them down, just make sure we're not turning it into a deadlift, or you can hold it at your shoulders. We don't have to stay perfectly upright, but again, we've done deadlifts. We don't wanna let our torso drop towards the floor. It's a hinge at your hips. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Tricep kickback, palms facing forward. So I definitely say go lighter here. 2, and 1. So palms facing forwards. Back of the hand lifts to the ceiling. Check the hand. Sometimes on these especially, we start to cock the wrists and curl, or we go out and we just start rotating it in. Palms forward the whole time. Squeeze the shoulders together. I say go lighter because this is a different hand position than what we normally do. You're working your muscle a little different way. Good. Dumbbells down. Hamstring curls. We're going to take arms out in front and we're going to drive it back. Pull it up. Pull and pull. So still focusing on back of the body here. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Reach. So it doesn't have, we don't want to do push. I really want you to focus on the pull. Even if they're half reps, squeeze the shoulders together in the back. You're touching your elbows to the wall behind you. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. Squats. We're going to do narrow squats. These are ones we don't do very often. Feet narrow. Time is on. Your knees and your feet do not have to touch. But I do want you to keep an eye out to make sure that we're not going down and then squeezing our knees together to come up, or squeezing our knees fully down and up. As long as your knees are tracking about over your second toe, that's what we're aiming for. This one's going to feel different for a lot of people. It's a little harder to get closer to the floor. Good. Rest. Tricep extension, palms facing back. Again, lighter dumbbells. 2 and 1. So now palms are facing back. We're still keeping our elbows pointing back behind us. I like to do this one with a band where we're here. So check your body position, make sure we're not popping those elbows out to the side. They're not going to be perfectly straight back, but we want to have them close as long as we can get that dumbbell past our hips. Here's 2 and 1. All right. Going to go for our hamstring curls. We're going to do a pull down and we're going to do double right, double left right here. So pull, 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 pull. You can have your arms at an angle. Just try to get it higher towards the ceiling. Lift. If you can go overhead, great, as long as your shoulders are okay with it. If you have to puff up your chest to get the arms up there, bring them down a little. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in, shake it out. Walk around, grab a drink. We're gonna head down to the floor. We're gonna be on our backs the entire time, so no hands and knees today. So we're gonna go marching bridges, chest presses, and then we're gonna do a star crunch. So if you are staying standing, you can do just a kickback, or you can do an incline plank with a kickback. It's completely up to you. For the chest press, banded chest press is going to be your best bet, or you can do incline push-ups. And then for star crunches, if you're standing, we're nice and big, and we're going to take our hand to our opposite toe. So you're like a starfish. But let's take it all the way down onto our backs. We're going to get ready. Have your dumbbells ready for your chest presses, but we're going to start with our marching bridge. Take it all the way down, knees bent, feet flat, straight alignment from your hips through your knees to your second toe. Use both feet. We're going to lift it up right here, and your time is on. So we've got 30 seconds, and we're going to lift and set it down, lift and set it down. When you lift your foot off the floor, don't let that opposite hip drop. That lets you know if that's the side that maybe is a little weaker, a little unstable, is if you lift your foot and all of a sudden that hip drops. Keep it lifted. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, going for our chest presses. So go ahead, grab those dumbbells. Be nice and careful picking them up. Good, here we go. Ribs tucked, shoulders away from the ears. I think we did chest flies yesterday, and I think that's probably partly why my chest is a little sore. But I'm doing a chest press with my elbows out at an angle. I'm not bringing them straight out to the side. My shoulders, it's just not a good call. But I want to take them out a little bit, open it up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, carefully set the dumbbells down. I'm going to take arms up, legs out straight. 2 and 1. Your first option is to keep the center of your body glued to the floor. This is a little bit more spine safe, a little bit more stable. No rounding of the back. If you can, you're going to add a crunch. Reach your shoulder towards your opposite knee. If you can, you're going to try to crunch it up. Nice, good lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, rest. Round number 2. Same thing. If you can, we're going to do a single leg march. So tuck the ribs. Let's lift it up, hold it, and we're going to just lift one leg and set it down. Lift and set it down. Up and down. So it's a nice good lift. Single leg work on this side. Next round we'll do the other side. 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, chest presses. Grab your dumbbells. Both arms are going to be up, And we're going to alternate our lower and our lift. So we're going to go down and press. So you always have one arm pressed up towards the ceiling. So that arm is working on a little bit of shoulder stability, while the other arm is going to work on chest. So lower and lift. Your wrist stays in line with your elbow. So we don't want to let the thumb drop down towards our chest. We're trying to keep wrist over elbow. Good. Last one. Dumbbells down. We're going to go back for our star crunches. So last round, if you did here, your time's on. So if you were here, this round, can you do just a little crunch, just a little reach of your shoulder as you lift your leg towards your opposite hand? And if you can you bring it up for a little bit more of a crunch, a little bit more of a sit-up? 2 and 1. Good. Bring it in. Going back for our bridge. Last 3 exercises. You've got about 2 minutes left. We're going to tuck our ribs. We're going to lift it up. Nice, good hold right here. We're going to do a lift and then a tap. And you can do a lift and a set it down, but this hip position shouldn't change at all while you're doing your march, because you're holding it up. So if your foot goes down and all of a sudden your hip goes up a lot higher, and then you lift your leg and your hip drops down, squeeze that glute, lift that hip up, hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. This time we're going to do our chest press. We're going to do our narrow chest press. So just like we did with rows, we're going to press our dumbbells together. Dumbbell's going to come down to your ribs and then back up. You're not going to go, your arms are probably not going to touch the floor. They might. If you have a little extra fluffy, that's okay. But we're just bringing it right down to the lower part of our ribs and then lift. So my end of my dumbbell is kind of right at my chest. And then the other end, because it's a bigger dumbbell, is kind of at my hips. But again, I'm also very short torsoed. 2 and 1. Carefully set those dumbbells off to the side. 1 more set. Star crunches. So pick the one that's going to be challenging for you for this set. I'm going to try to do a little bit more of a sit-up, a little bit of a crunch. If you need to regress a little bit, that's okay too. Good. We've got 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Bring it in. A little rest. You can stay on your back. You can come to a seated position. It's completely up to you. Just give yourself a minute. Get those dumbbells out of the way. Go ahead and bring it in. We're going to take our hands by our hips. We're going to start with our 90-90s. We're going to take both knees over and both knees over. I was going to say, when it's like super humid, what I really hate is when you get humid and then stuff sticks to you. And especially for me, like when you've got hair that sticks to you, that just drives me nuts. But it's when you're humid and like everything sticks to you. It's like the dirt and the dust and the gravel. It's just when stuff gets stuck. Last one. Good. Let's take it all the way over to the right. We're going to start with our 90-90. Open up the front leg. Back leg can be bent as needed. Turn over the front leg. And we're just going to reach it forward, sitting into that hip. Let's bring it up, take it over to the other side. Nice, good 90-90, turn over that front leg, a little hinge forwards. Think about pressing your chest forwards versus down. Good. Let's go ahead and bring it back up into the center. We're going to take our right leg straight and we're going to shift our weight into our right hip, and we're going to take this left leg and we're going to see if we can put it behind us. And if you need to keep leaning, that's okay. But if you can come up a little bit more and lean back, great, go for it. If you can't, no stress. So this is just kind of whatever your leg is going to be okay with doing, and maybe you have to be more out. This is one, adjust your position and see what feels better. Good, bring it in, switch it over to the other side, left leg out, lean away if you need to, bend your knee, and then try to sit up tall and then lean back a little bit. So you can try different positions, see if this feels better, see if open feels better. Just a little inner thigh and a little hip flexor stretch. 4, 3, 2, good. Bring it in the center, hamstring stretch. We're just going to take our knees out straight, feet are relaxed, and walk yourself forward. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in, bottoms of the feet touching, sit nice and tall, grab your feet, and we'll take our knees out to the side. Good, bring it in, legs out in a comfortable position. Option 1, one hand grabs the other. We're gonna lengthen our elbows, pull the shoulders down and back. Option 2, bend the knees, hands by the hips, and we're going to press into the floor and we're going to lift, and we're just gonna go for a nice good chest and shoulder stretch. If this is not for you, it's okay. Just take the hands back, but we wanna pull the shoulders down or push the floor away and stretch the biceps and the fronts of the shoulders. 2 and 1, bring it in. We're gonna carefully flip it over. Gonna go for a half kneeling stretch. So we did our legs today. So half kneeling, tuck your tail, squeeze your glute, press it forwards, give yourself a nice good pat on the back. Good, and then switch. So half kneeling position, tuck your tail, squeeze your glute, little push forwards, and just give yourself a nice good pat on the back. Good, 4, 3, 2, 1, bring it down, take that front leg, pull it back. We're gonna come up to a standing position, roll the shoulders up, back, and down into our back pockets. Good. Now shoulders down, ear to shoulder, side to side. Bring the head up, pull the chin back slightly, look to the right, look to the left. 2, 1, bring it in the center, big breath in, spread the fingers, spread the toes, and exhale. Good, one more time, big breath in, and out, and you are all done.